I'm touched right now. Like earlier this day, like I just was faced with a lot of negativity. Uh, sometimes what people don't realize is that there's so much stuff, nonsense that like people that are trying to do things for God that they gotta deal with. So much negativity, and it was stressing me out. It really like put a damper on my day. But I said, you know what? I don't want to think about that. I don't want to like focus on that negativity. And I was thinking about like how you know like with Peter and how he, as long as he kept his eyes on God, that's what will keep us afloat. So I was like, you know what? People are negative and stuff. I'm not gonna focus on that. So I came to the church and I refocused my mind, and I decided, and then I finished putting together my thoughts for the message, and I preached today on Matthew chapter 4, and I talked about the fact that that faith is where God leads and we follow. But a lot of times what we do is we try to lead God and we just ask God to bless us. The disciples, they dropped their nets and they followed him. And at the end of the service, man, I was like really encouraged because like I was just being hit by like these people who have been coming, and they had like all these testimonies and all these like great things to say. How God is working in their life and how excited they are about this series, and they're like taking flyers because they want to like invite people, and how much they appreciate the what we're doing here, this series. And like these people, they just like hearing their testimonies and hearing how God is working in their life and hearing their desire for God. I mean, one person said, they were talking to somebody else and they were saying, what is so hard about coming every day? If you are really in, this is what this woman said. She said, if you're really into this guy and you're interested in him, then wouldn't you, even though you had a long day, wouldn't you go out to meet him every day? And like sometimes you're on the phone with him for like all night and stuff. It's like, if we can do that for a guy, like why can't we do that for God? And man, that touched me when she said that. And then there was this young man, and to hear this young guy talk about like his desire for God and how he wants to get right with God, and he was tired of these churches where they're not even like presenting God's word, and like he wants to just like focus on God. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, man, it was like just so many testimonies that were said today that I had to do this part 2 of the blog today, because it's like I couldn't even fit all the blessings and all the awesomeness that happened today. God always seems to know. I mean, of course he knows, like when I'm feeling down, when I'm dealing with church foolishness, he knows how to bring like the right people to say the right things, to let me know like what's happening here is worth it. Like if just one of these people shared their experience with me, I would have felt like it was worth it. But like multiple people today just share with me like how God is working in their lives. To me, that's what makes ministry worth it. Not the formalities, not the meetings, not the nonsense that sometimes be happening at church. What makes ministry worth it isn't all that stuff. What makes it worth it is seeing people's lives being transformed, being changed. That's why I do ministry.